round here.
Taylor Lapoulos in the corner of Mehdi Ben Lakhtar, bellowing in instructions to his fighter.
And the thing is, Sebastian, oh, beautiful teep. There's a much better round for Ben Lakhtar.
Yeah.
Was it enough to win the round? Has incredible pro kickboxing and Muay Thai experience. Unafraid to throw something a little bit flashy, a little bit extravagant. Loves a spinning attack. You can go back to his fight in June of 2022 with Levan Nibladze. He knocked him out with a beautiful spinning back fist, but make no mistake about it, he is fighting the toughest opponent of his MMA career in Mehdi Ben Lakhtar here tonight. Normally in the scope of his fighting career. Just to, not to stress the point too much, but yes, usually what we see when a fighter tests positive for a banned substance or something of that ilk, the fight becomes a no contest. In France specifically, if a fighter tests for a banned substance, it goes down as a DQ right from the get-go. But both of these fighters eyeballing one another. This has all the fixings of an incredible fight. Mehdi Ben Lakhtar has a point to prove. Fedorovich wants to silence the crowd here in enemy territory. This is your co-main event of the night. A quick look at the tail of the tape. The younger by 8 years is Fedorovich. Allegedly a little bit taller.
Doesn't look like it.
No, you would need the people who do the measuring to get the tape out again.
Ce premier main event se disputera en 3 reprises de 5 minutes et vous est présenté par Metal Box, catégorie lightweight. Dans le coin bleu, striker spectaculaire converti avec succès au MMA. Il nous vient de Lituanie, 1m81, 70,1 kg, 7 victoires, 5 défaites en professionnel, Oswald Fedorovich. Et dans le coin rouge, boxeur de talent, toujours invaincu en MMA, il est dans l'Est où tu vois 1m80, 70,3 kg, 7 victoires, 0 défaite en professionnel, Mehdi Ben Lakhtar.
All right, here we go. Co-main event of the evening. Featherweight clash between Oswald Fedorovich of Lithuania in the blue corner and the hometown hero, Mehdi Ben Lakhtar, in the red.
It'll be interesting to see if Mehdi Ben Lakhtar, after that last fight, approaches it with the same kind of fervor with the striking. I got my answer, pops off 3 jabs right from the get-go.
Yeah.
Watch out for the lead foot of Fedorovich. Just as I say that, swings it up.
Call it.
He may also try, keep an eye on it, he may also step to the outside, which is indicative of a spin coming.
And I love the vigor that Fedorovich has, because he comes from a comfortable upbringing in a good family in the Lithuanian capital. He didn't need to pursue martial arts per se, but he chose to compete and put his university degree in physiotherapy to the side because he simply fell in love with MMA.
He's doing a really good job of implementing lateral movement, using all the space. There's that spin we were talking about, lands right in the solar plexus.
I feel like you can see a little bit more of a careful approach from Lakhtar, considering the result of the last fight. Some noticeable redness, despite on his lead leg, without having really taken any proper leg kicks.
Fedorovich, as we alluded to, has a very well-credentialed striking background. Because of a very clean spinning back fist, but right now he has to negate that jab of Mehdi Ben Lakhtar.
Yeah, so far it's flash from Fedorovich and fundamentals from Lakhtar. And while they look great, those are techniques that use a lot of energy as well, those kinds of spinning attacks. That was a great teep to the body there for Fedorovic.
Trying to land that short hook over the top. Fedorovic doing a great job with the striking inside, outside of the leg. Mehdi Ben Lakhtar so far, 2 minutes into this fight, looks a little bit gun shy.
Oh.
Glancing shot, and again, that didn't come from, that wasn't intentional by Fedorovic by any stretch of the imagination. He was moving forward, Mehdi Ben Lakhtar was moving backwards. These things happen in MMA. Mehdi Ben Lakhtar does have a full 5 minutes with which to recover, and it may be in his best interest to take those 5 minutes to try and compose himself, settle back into the fight. He's now had a little bit of time to see what Fedorovic is all about.
Yeah, I mean, there's no point in hurrying back without being ready. You wouldn't want that for any job position. Right now, his job is inside the cage, so I'd say take your time. Why rush something like that?
What it also does, it also halts the momentum of Fedorovic, who's doing a great job putting his strikes together.
All right, back to the action we go.
Oh, beautiful shot to the body. Fires off that counter hook. And in doing that counter hook, he creates the angle for himself because he was very close to the cage, circled away. At 24 years old, to have that kind of awareness inside the cage is great.
Absolutely. I mean, he had a bit of a rocky. Oh, he connected with the right hand there.
Did indeed, over the top.
And so far, he's really not letting up with the offense, which is making it very hard for Lakhtar to sort of get his own offense going because he's constantly being pushed back.
A little bit off balance.
Oh, nice combination there from Lakhtar. He made those shots count.
It's probably the most definitive shot of the fight landed
Yeah.
by a guy who's thrown very few shots. Efficiency of outcome, that's exactly what that is.
And heading into this fight, Fedorovic has said, I try above all to entertain the crowd. To do that, I use everything I know, high kicks, jumping knees, elbows, etc. He's living up to that. That is for sure.
Mehdi Ben Lakhtar still looks a little bit tentative. Oh, not far away with a spinning kick.
Yeah. I mean, it's a game of inches. And I'm sensing some frustration in the French corner. It seems like they want a little bit more action out of their fighter.
Just as you say that, they get it. Oh, Austin's on the switch. So intelligent. Oh, not far away. Very little tell on that.
I mean, Fedorovic is definitely playing a game of high risk, high reward.
What I like from Fedorovic is it's not change stance, then hit. It's change stance and hit at the same time, thus covering distance and getting that shot off quicker.
Oh. Real gentleman there, Mehdi Ben Lakhtar, as he disengaged without the referee having noticed the eye poke.
And that is just something that happens when you have these fingerless gloves.
Of course, another case of a completely unintentional foul. Luckily, we are back to the action without incident.
Not far away, Fedorovic.
And I mean, statistically, sure, he's missed a lot of these big kicks, but sooner or later, one of those will connect properly. So Lakhtar has got to start thinking of a solution for that.
The movement of Fedorovic is fantastic. Constantly creating angles for himself. Solid leg kick again from Mehdi Ben Lakhtar, but he needs to set those up a little bit with the hands.
Yeah, he's displayed some great boxing. So it could definitely be the building blocks for a stronger and longer combination.
That was a nice rear hook from Fedorovic.
I I think that inside leg kick did a little bit of damage there as well from Fedorovic.
The constant stance switching is giving Mehdi Ben Laktar a very sore head. What he does, he throws the rear kick and then sets it down into the opposite stance.
Yeah.
So he's not having to bring that kick back. Oh, beautiful shot over the top, just clips the chin. Nice shot from Ben Laktar, fires off that rear straight.
Yeah, he needs to establish himself a little bit more in this fight. Right now, he hasn't had nearly as much offense as Fedorovic has.
Fedorovic really has imposed himself on this fight and is leading the dance unquestionably. Still looks light on the feet, throwing beautiful feints to get the bite from Mehdi Ben Laktar. And this is bound to be a frustrating fight for him.
Yeah, absolutely. Not the comeback that he wanted for sure. Right now, he's almost being herded up against the cage by Fedorovic.
Yeah, Fedorovic has kind of shown him where he wants him to go. Also doing a little cut on the top of the head of Fedorovic.
Didn't even see how that happened. Nice job there by Laktar. Gets his opponent grounded.
Has a lot of time to work as well. Lets Fedorovic up. Almost like a gentleman's agreement to strike.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure our fans appreciate it, but I wonder if perhaps he could have done well with a little bit of top position, some ground and pound.
Even just in the eyes of the judges. Got some decent shots off there. Oh, spinning back fist wasn't far away.
Gets a smile out of his French opponent. Real recognized real. Oh, that overhand right is just, again, so close to really connecting with full impact.
You just get the feeling that Fedorovic is not far away from landing something definitive. 30 seconds left to go in the second round here.
Taylor Lapoulos in the corner of Mehdi Ben Laktar, bellowing in instructions to his fighter.
And the thing is, Sebastian, beautiful teep. There's a much better round for Ben Laktar.
Yeah.
Was it enough to win the round? I don't know.
Yeah, so close and basically impossible for people in our position as commentators to call such a close round.
But definitely a better round for Mehdi Ben Laktar. He did get some of his shots off there, did get the takedown, but again, the takedown is then cancelled out and negated by the fact that he didn't follow up and do anything with it. The worry for me would be that Mehdi Ben Laktar begins to get frustrated in the third round because the crowd are getting a little bit uneasy. They want to see something from him. They want to see something definitive. If he overreaches and starts chasing the fight a little bit, he could leave himself vulnerable to one of those shots from Fedorovic.
And then it's a double-edged sword, right? Because you can't stay on the outside at the end of those kicks. You gotta cut the distance a little bit. But in doing so, he risks opening himself up for one of the shorter shots. It's not going to be easy. He's going to have to dig deep here in the third round. It could be one round apiece. It could be 2-0. Hard to say.
If I'm in the corner of Fedorovic, even a close round, I'm going to be saying you're in enemy territory. Let's just assume as close as that fight was that it goes, or that round was, that it goes to Ben Laktar. Oh! Fedorovic doing a good job not to chase.
And it was all off of what looked like an inside crescent kick.
Trying to find a hole for the uppercuts, Fedorovic.
I mean, any way that this fight goes, Fedorovic has definitely established himself as a hot prospect worth keeping an eye on. He plays to the crowd, he throws exciting combinations and striking techniques.
I don't think anyone in French MMA expected the fight to unfold this way.
Yeah.
You can almost hear the the quiet concern in the voice of the corner of Mehdi Ben Lakhtar.
Yeah, I heard him calling for him to go. Let's go. Almost clinched up a little bit there. Connects with the right hand of the guard is Lakhtar.
You would have thought looking, because obviously his corner has done research into the opponent, you would have thought looking at the fact that his 4 losses come by way of submission that you would put him on his back.
Yeah.
Not very, very little wrestling at all from Mehdi Ben Lakhtar. Oh, beautiful jab. Oh, sorry, straight as he was switching. I think it started as a jab, but then ended up a straight.
Yeah. Oh, there again with that inside crescent kick there from Fedorovich.
Comes at a very strange angle.
And there is a lot to like about how Lakhtar is countering, but it's just needs a little bit more offense mixed in there as well. That was a nice right hand that connected there for a Frenchman.
Doing a little bit better now, putting the pressure on Fedorovich, not allowing him to control the fight. Nice little short hook.
And it's like you said earlier, Phil, he switches stance mid-combination. It makes it so hard to see where he's going. Again, that crescent kick.
That's 3 or 4 of them he's thrown. Nice switch into the straight. Beautiful footwork and showing that if you were to watch this fight, I wouldn't know that he was an orthodox fighter unless I had asked him specifically.
Yeah. And it looked like Fedorovich was complaining about an eye poke or something like that.
You go to the referee, says otherwise. Fedorovich just trying to find the little gaps here. Again, throwing lots. He's maintained the same kind of output throughout the course of the fight. Beautiful inside leg kick. Look at the revving up. Yeah. Just shy with a big shot was Ben Lakhtar.
Yeah, he was waiting for the right moment.
90 seconds left in the 3rd and final round. Potentially, Mehdi Ben Lakhtar needs a finish. 3rd round has been incredibly technical and cagey. Volume-wise, I do think more shots have been landed by Fedorovich.
Yeah, we don't have the stats, but I mean, this fight definitely has a feel of it. Jab to the body there for Lakhtar. I like that, you know, mixing things up a little bit. Miss with that spinning attack there from Fedorovich. Oh,
big shot there from Ben Lakhtar. There is a palpable tension in the arena right now. Nails are being bitten.
Yeah, this fight truly is being fought on a razor's edge. It's like any one strike can really change the course of battle right now. We're seeing Lakhtar open up a little bit more offensively, and I think he needs that as we enter the final stretch, final 20 seconds of the 3rd round.
Both these fighters know that with the limited time that they have, they need to leave a little tick in the heads and eyes of the judges. You even feel like the guy who lands the last strike of the fight could win the fight.
Yeah. Oh.
There it is. Very, very cagey fight from Mehdi Ben Lakhtar. Are we going to see a huge upset here in our co-main event? Mehdi Ben Lakhtar almost apologetic.
I think he probably realizes that he didn't open up enough offensively. And just, you know, going on optics alone, 3rd round ends with Fedorovich landing a strike that sure doesn't land flush, but it's enough to get Lakhtar off balance. And so for the first time, we go to the judges' scorecards here at Hexagone MMA 13, but first let's take a look at some of that action. Very fun striking battle over the course of 3 rounds.
regardless of what comes in the result, Oswald Fedorovic really has announced himself onto the global stage with a performance like that.
Oh, definitely, Phil. Also didn't know who he was before. Sure do now.
Very quick to get the decision. I don't think we're looking at a split then. You could literally hear a pin drop in the place right now. People are biting their nails.
I realized that I was holding my breath before you started speaking.
Serious, palpable air of anticipation. If I'm Fedorovic and my hand gets raised here, I'm making a beeline for the door.
Le vainqueur de ce match par décision unanime des juges, le coin bleu, Oswald Fedorovic.
I'll be honest, Sebastian, I had my heart in my mouth a little bit, thinking that we were going to see perhaps not the cleanest of decisions, but to see Fedorovic getting the hand raised, I think is perfectly valid. I think he won that fight. Unanimous decision across the board. And where does Mehdi Ben Lakhtar go from here?
Yeah, that's a tough loss. Let's hear what the underdog has to say.
Je vais prévenir le public, donc l'interview sera en anglais, j'essaierai de faire de mon mieux pour la traduction. So, Oswald, you were not considered as the favorite in this matchup. You did a huge upset today against a French prospect. How do you feel?
Against the French star, so I'm feeling very, I can't say surprised, but I'm very astonished of all the atmosphere in this public. A lot of people gathered. Very, very good organization. I'm very happy to be here.
Donc il explique qu'il a affronté une star française du sport aujourd'hui et qu'il est très content de sa performance, que c'est un grand exploit pour lui et de le faire devant ce public très très chaud, ça lui fait particulièrement plaisir. So, what is next for you in Hexagone? Are you signed for multi-fight? Are you aiming a belt, something?
I'm signing for everything Hexagon can offer me. I'm ready to fight whenever. Give me some time to heal my injuries. I'm ready to go as soon as possible.
And did you hurt your leg on the last round?
Not my leg. I came to the fight injured. I injured my ligaments in the knee. Right now, I don't feel the pain, but after an hour or two, I'm sure I'm gonna feel something.
Ok. Donc il explique qu'il était un petit peu blessé avant ce combat et qu'il prendra tout ce qu'Hexagone pourra lui proposer, qu'il est prêt à combattre n'importe quand, juste le temps de récupérer ses blessures. Well, thank you for your performance. Et le Zénith, s'il vous plaît, faites du bruit pour Oswald Fedorovic.